Filmmaker Alex Sheen's best-known production got a drunk driver exactly what the driver wanted, a prison sentence. Remember the story, this YouTube confession from 22-year-old Matthew Cordell?
And take full responsibility for everything I've done to Vincent and his family. I'm begging you, please don't drink and drive. Don't make the same excuses that I did. Don't say it's only a few miles, or you've only had a few beers, or you do it all the time. It'll never happen to you, because it happened to me.
Cordell's drunk driving incident killed Vincent Cansani, seen here on Facebook 1 year ago yesterday. Cordell is currently serving 6.5 years sentence. And while he is doing time, the man who put him on camera is doing more to get people to stop drinking and driving. Alex Sheen went to the bars over the weekend, this Saturday night, with this wide erase board, offering himself up as a designated driver. It says, "I'd like to offer you a free ride home. Someone I know killed a man while drinking and driving 1 year ago tonight. In honor of the man who died, I'd like to help keep the roads safe." So joining me now from Cleveland is Alex Sheen. Alex, nice to have you on.
Hi, Brooke.
So we know the why you did it, but tell me the response from those who you helped.
Yeah, it was interesting. Obviously, I'm kind of a stranger with this whiteboard, but people were pretty receptive to it. I think a lot of folks, they want to do the responsible thing. They want to put down the keys and not drink and drive. And so there was people who stepped up, and I was busy basically the whole 3.5, 4 hours driving people home and kind of chatting them up about really what was going on in their lives.
What was it about Matthew Cordell and his story and his YouTube confession that really struck you, and obviously struck you and resonated so deeply that you yourself and your own personal life took action?
Yeah, as a founder of Because I Said I Would, a social movement and nonprofit, our purpose, our mission is to better humanity through promises made and kept. And when you think about the issue of drinking and driving, it really does come down to our individual commitments. I mean, we can point at laws and legislation, we can point at a lot of things, but it ultimately comes down to us and the promise that we make to not drink and drive. And so when I saw Matthew Cordell and his message to me as a stranger through Facebook, that he wanted to convince people to make the promise to not drink and drive, that's when I decided to message him back and see really what his intent was.
I should tell you that we reached out to Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and they gave us the statement. This is a heartfelt gesture, and Matt hopes that others who are hearing about this are inspired to think twice before getting behind the wheel after drinking. Let me ask you, Alex, does the family of Vincent Cansani, the victim, know what you've done, or even Matthew Cordell himself?
I don't believe either party knows, but at the end of the day, my hope is that it encourages people to just think about their own decisions and what they're going to do after having a night of drinking. And I hope that a couple people reconsider, you know, taking those keys and getting in the car. I hope that Matt in prison knows that people are thinking about their decisions after he confessed, and I hope that the Cansani family takes a little bit of thought into how this is affecting people. But at the end of the day, it's really about the impact. I hope it makes a difference, but you know, who knows?
I think it's making definitely an impact, at least on those lives of however many couples and different people who you did take home voluntarily for free over the weekend. Alex Sheen, awesome job. Thank you so much for coming on. Best of luck to you in the future.